we will work on some reminders part. So reminder is like I'll take a list called maybe project. Uh, sorry, sorry, tendency project submissions. This is my list, and there I'll have a title that may be my project name. And the second one is project submission date. That is my second column. So here the reminder is when the project submission date uh, is, for example, uh, 10th July, right? July 2020. So just before 2 days, need to trigger email. I mean, it's a reminder email. So that may be the case. I mean, even in interviews, they will ask you how to do that, and so because this is a common scenario. So how to handle it? So I'll create list name is consultant. Okay, I'll call this. It is created, and I'll take project submission date because title is my project name, and the other column is date. Project submission date. Click save. Okay. So we'll take simple thing only. I mean, in general, I mean in the project like project title, project owner, something will be there. So like manager, all those things. So to whom should I send email? So the other one is project owner. So we'll take personal group and save it. So I'll send the reminder email to project owner. That's what we are planning. Title I'll make this as clear. So now I'll add one record. Project name is 11. Submission date is 10th. I mean, I'm just planning like if 2 days before, so that I'll give 10th. So owner is Ashok. And the second one is date is 11th. Owner is so my list is ready, backend data is ready. I mean everything is ready. So let's move on to the Power Automate. Going to office.com. If you have any shared mailbox, I mean that will be different. So I mean they will give you like sometimes Flow account, Power Automate account, or shared mailbox. I mean it cloud accounts. So for me, it's different. So I'm using my own account. Okay, so I'm taking Power Automate. So I'm going to use my flows. Take, go to new, take scheduled from blank. My plan is I will run the flow flow daily once. Next one. And when I am running, I'll take get the items from my list. From list. Add 2 days to my project submission date. Compare 2 days to 2 days current date and compare with project submission date. Then trigger email. Very simple. Daily once I'll trigger. I mean when I'm triggering, I'll get all the data. Then I'll take today's date and add 2 days. I'll compare with the project submission date with this current date. If equal, then trigger you. Yeah, let us try. So till now we have used previously we have used automated. Now I'm planning to use scheduled from blank. So my flow name I'll give the same, and I'll start from today itself. Repeat every day. That means daily once it will trigger every day. So and then create it. So if you observe here, it will say it runs every day. So then our plan is then get the items from list. So we have a action called get items. So get item is different, items is different. Item means I'll get only one record and based on the item. But get items is, I mean, we will get all the records. You can put some conditions for this and all. As of now, I'm not keeping anything, just taking directly. So site address is my SPFX train. List name is project consultants. Name and list name. So next I'll take for each loop, apply to each loop. That means I'll get one by one, like per loop. In the apply to each, I'll take the value from list of items, all the list of items from get items. That means in this action, I got the items. So now I'll keep the value here, so that I got all the values from get items. Okay. So the point here is I have to what we have discussed was we will take, yeah, we'll add 2 days to the current date. So I have to add 2 days, right? So we'll take compose. This is the action where we can store the data. We can do operations and all. In the compose, we'll take expression. You can write the script functions. So for me, I want to add 2 days to the current date, right? So we have logic functions, conversion functions, math functions. Yeah, you can see here date and time. I can add days. So we have an option called add days and timestamp, days and format. Okay. So I'll take this because I want to add days. So time is, I'll take, I have UTC now. That means I'll get the current timestamp. That means today's date. Comma. How many days I want to add? 2 days. Comma. Then which format you need it exactly. That means generally we'll have a formats. In SharePoint, I mean, we do have YY, I'll write it here. YY. And here month and date. So I'm adding 2 days to the current date. Is 2 days, and this is the format we'll get it. So I have added current date to 2 days. This is done. Then I need to compare with the project submission date. Okay. So let's take a condition. Add an action. Take condition. My column name is project submission date. If project submission date is equal to the output from the compose, so I'm taking the output. So if both are equal, then send an email. I'll take send an email V2. So let's send an email to the project owner. So take from here project owner email. Since I'm sending the email, so I need the email only. So just clicking on project owner email. So subject is project submission reminder. Okay. Project owner display name. Come. Please submit the project details, project documents, project name. My project name is the title. I mean, this is the title, and then project owner is project owner display name. Then last date of submission. column, project submission date. You can set here. Yeah, I got it. Please do not reply. Is system generated. That's it. Saving now. So it is ready. I'm just reviewing now. Taking every day. Get all the items from the consultancy project submissions. Take that, getting the value from get items and adding the 2 days using expression to the current date. Then checking with the project submission date with the output of compose. If both are equal, then send an email to the project owner. So how to check it? I mean, generally it will trigger daily. So if you want, even you can go for edit, show advanced options. You can just give the timeline even. I mean, which time, even the time zone you can give it. Maybe like 4:30, 5:30, right? Yeah, 5:30. I mean our Indian time. Start time. Yeah. Okay. It's 4:30. So whatever. I mean you can give the timeline and all. Just save it. So now for me, I want to test it. I mean, it will automatically trigger because recurrence means daily once it will trigger at this time. So now I want to test it. So I'm going for test. Since it is instant, I mean, I have taken the instant workflow. So I can test it from here directly, perform the trigger action, save and test it. So running the flow. It is done. Let's see whether the result. As of now, 2 records are there. Since it is 8th, so only one mail I should trigger. So I am opening the Outlook because one mail, because 3 days for 11th, so 2 days for. So let's see. I got 2 records. I'm checking the condition compose. See now. So I got compose 10th of July. So the current date is 8th. So it was added 2 days. So what is next? So next is condition. It is true. I'm sending the email. So owner is Ashok. So it is sending. So you can see the template. I'm just opening. See now. Please submit the project details, sending to Ashok. These are the details. Project name Unilever. So these are the Unilever 10th. So date 10th. Yeah, it is the 10th. So that's how. I mean tomorrow it will run. So only it triggers mail to you can do the reminders. Even if you want to see the runs, just go to my flows, click on this. You can see here the like the history of your flow. I mean, even if you observe tomorrow, you will see one more record, one more run. You can check it out tomorrow. That will give you one more result. So, any doubts?
No.
So, next one is, so I mean just today, I mean in my office I got one more requirement. Maybe that will share you. I mean, it's just a simple action, but I'll share with you. So that is, we have a lot of details. I mean, in the columns, like hundreds of fields are there. But right now, I'll take title and these are all like sites actually. Site owner, and the next one is site name. Okay, site URL. This will be site name. Site owner, site URL. Okay, and then we have multiple columns. So here the situation is, initially our users will submit only above fields. So they will enter the data only for site name, site owner, and site owner. If they enter it, it should trigger email to site owner. Then they will submit. They will submit remaining fields, but these remaining fields are mandatory. And here is the point actually. So here is the reminder. Yeah. So there are many, like I'll call this as remaining fields mandatory. Yeah. But the problem here is what we have seen in this scenario is, so the power user should submit the details, right? I mean, this is a single shot, gunshot. I mean, initially they'll take, they'll just like some 100 records are there, it seems, 100 sites. So they'll just copy paste into SharePoint. They'll go to, we have quick edit, right? They'll just go to quick edit and just paste it. So whenever the new item is created, trigger email to site owner, then new item created. So how they will submit the remaining data is using edit form. So when they submit edit form, it should navigate to thank you page. This is the scenario. So the problem here is, initially I want to submit these three records, right? But the problem is, it is remaining fields, remaining 2 more are mandatory. So if I don't when I'm entering the new record, I mean, it will not allow, I mean, it will ask you like, please submit it. These 2 also. So it is not possible to enter using out of the box. So that's why what we have given is, initially we made all these remaining fields are optional, okay, first time. So then we have submitted only these 3 records, okay. Then here in the 1B, in the flow, we gave the delay of 15 minutes, so that yes, between the 15 minutes I'll make this mandatory. So now it is optional. Initially it is optional, later it is mandatory. Then in this 15 minutes I'll make all the remaining fields manually mandatory. Then it will trigger email to site owner. Site owner will trigger, I mean, he will go to edit form, So everything will be mandatory. So he has to submit it. Then we'll move to thank you page. Any question on requirement? I mean, if you don't understand the requirement, I mean, it is very difficult to.
No. Understood.
Just today we have done. So thought of, since it is a end-to-end process, so we can do one flow on this. Is it clear, Sangeet? Oh, I'm going to create a new list. So I'll make this title as site name. Next one is I'll take site URL. The next one is site owner is person. So required it is set. Site URL also required. Okay, done. So I'll take two more fields. These two are optional for now. It's creating the column. Yeah. So let me create the flow for this. So since I need to trigger the email when a new item is added, so I'm taking automate. When an item is created, yeah. So initially I have to take the SharePoint site, take the list name, SharePoint site request detail. Yeah, that's it. So when an item is created in this list, so what should happen? So we will submit the details. That is fine. Then it should delay 15 minutes. So we have a option called delay. I mean, we have a action called delay. So I'm taking minutes only. I need 15 minutes. If you observe, we have 15 minutes we have to wait. So in the delay, take 15. Just count is 15. So item is created, then it will wait for 15 minutes. Then trigger an email to site owner. So send an email. So to trigger email to site owner. So site owner email. So subject is made SharePoint site details. So the body I'll give like title, site owner is text site owner, site URL this is. Then I have to provide the edit one. So I'll add one record initially so that I'll get the edit form link. So site name is URL. For now I'll take this one. Owner I'll take Ashok. This I don't want to submit, so save it. Okay. So I need edit form. So user will submit in the edit form only, because we will, as a power user, will submit. Will add new record. So user will take edit form. So I'll take the copy link. I'll take the copy. Is the link. So here the only thing is I have to dynamically give the ID. So let's take for now. So here is submit details in below using below link. Give like anchor href, maybe I'll take the link here. So I'll take open link in new tab, link title. Title is submit. Target is taken the link, right? So instead of 1, I'll take ID from dynamically. So I'll take this ID. Okay, I'll write directly ahref equal to here I'll say submit. In the href I'll give this ID equal to 1 instead of the take ID. That's it. So you will get the dynamic link. So what next? They will submit the remaining field, edit form, thank you page. I need to, okay, first we'll test this, later we'll have a thank you page as well. Save it. So let us test, we'll review it. When an item is created, then delay for 15 minutes. I mean, for now I'll take just 2 minutes, because we don't want to wait for 15 minutes. Take 2 more minutes. uh, then send an email. Save it. Test it now. uh, okay, I'll do it from here. No record. URL owner is Ashok. Save it. Okay, it is created. So I'm going back to my list settings, changing the region as required and department as required. This is also done now. So we'll see what is happening here. So still it was not started. Just a minute. Okay, just started. Let's see that delay. It will wait over there. See now, it is checking. It will wait till 2 minutes. So after second minute, immediately it moves to the next level, next action. It will execute the next action. Waiting for the second minute. Yeah, see here. Now it is done. After second minute, it is moving to the email part. So just check the email, site name, owner, URL. What happened? Just a minute. Okay, use. We have a called code view. Just go for code view so that you will see the HTML view. Okay, so it's a HTML view. Save it. I'm testing from the previous. Oh my god. Just making 10 seconds. Let's save it. Test now. Yeah, now I got it. So just click on this submit. So if you observe here in the down, I mean here, you can see ID equal to 2. Dynamically you got it. So just click on it. User will come here, and if user says like oh, region, he will tell like Asia Pacific, and then department share. So it was. So I gave edit form. Just a minute. Oh, I gave display form. Edit form. Let me delete one by one. Okay. Testing the latest one. Okay, I got the details. Click on submit. It's edit form. Yeah. So when I click on, so they will just submit and save. So see here. So it will wait for some time, then they will submit it. So what happens? I mean, we should not show this list to the end user, right? So we have to take some thank you page. So generally, I mean, if you go here, we use source. Just click on new. If you take the copy, making into notepad. We have source here. I have to add here and source equal to, if I give source, that means after clicking submit, I mean where exactly, I mean this URL should trigger. So maybe I'll take, for now I'll give home page. You can give thank you, I mean create one webpack page, thank you page, but for now I'm giving direct home page. So let's save it. So test it. Go here, click on submit, and I save it. Just save. It will redirect to the home page. Save. See here. Let's go to the home page. That's how it works. Any doubts on this part?
No.
That's how the scenarios will be.